From the Detroit Free Press, it's Monday, March 8th. Here are today's top stories. Presented by Bush's Fresh Food Market. Bush's has over 4,000 Michigan products, including the freshest fruit and vegetables, meat, seafood, and baked goods. Stop by one of Bush's 16 locations for the personal service you expect from your neighborhood grocer.
This is J.C. Reindl for the Detroit Free Press. Experts have been saying for years that Metro Detroit needs to diversify its economy beyond the auto sector. That goal is now closer than ever, thanks to the emergence of a cluster of fast-growing mortgage companies. Southeast Michigan is home to 4 of the top 20 mortgage lenders in the country. The number 1 company is Quicken Loans, which went public last summer as part of Rocket Companies and made over $9 billion in profit in 2020. The other 3 are United Wholesale Mortgage in Pontiac, Home Point in Ann Arbor, and Flagstar Bank in Troy. Altogether, the companies employ more than 20,000 people in just this region. Other mortgage company clusters are in Southern California, the Dallas, Texas area, and New Jersey.
I'm Dave Boucher with the Detroit Free Press. Although Michiganders 50 and up with underlying health conditions are now eligible for a COVID-19 vaccine, the state won't receive doses of the newly approved Johnson & Johnson shot for at least 2 weeks. Michigan Department of Health and Human Services Acting Director Elizabeth Hertel said last week the news was disappointing, but the state expects to receive an influx of doses closer to the end of the month. While expanding eligibility opens the door to many more people being vaccinated, demand for the vaccine continues to outpace supply. The J&J vaccine requires only 1 shot, while the Moderna and Pfizer vaccines require 2. All 3 are safe and effective, experts say. Last week, Michigan received nearly 300,000 first or single doses, including more than 82,000 J&J vaccines. But this week, the state will receive about 222,000. Starting March 22nd, every Michigan resident 50 or older, regardless of health, will be eligible for a vaccine. That's the same week state officials hope the J&J vaccines start flowing back into the state. Detroit Mayor Mike Duggan raised eyebrows last week when he turned down 6,200 doses of the J&J shot. He stated, incorrectly, they're not as good as the other versions of the vaccine. But after state and national experts noted the effectiveness of each vaccine, he backtracked, saying he has, quote, full confidence in the J&J shot. As of late last week, more than 1.5 million Michiganders had received at least 1 vaccine dose. That's about 19% of those 16 or older in the state, the target population for immunization.
This is Chanel Stitt from the Detroit Free Press. Shania Clark is a woman who has turned her many passions into businesses. For almost a decade, Clark has been an advocate for people who experience hair loss. So last year, she launched the Grab and Go hair cap, which is a wig alternative that has a hat with weave attached to it. Clark makes the hair caps for women and children. She also made a hair product line that helps hair to grow, and she runs a hair salon in Southfield. And when she's not doing hair, Clark spends her time giving back to the community and is an advocate for people with different abilities after her son PJ Clark was born with hearing loss. She does all of these things simply because it makes her happy, and she plans to launch more advocacy projects soon.
I am Tyler Davis with the Detroit Free Press Sports Department, checking in after a big game in East Lansing. Spartans will and Spartans did beat the Wolverines on Sunday 70-64 at Breslin Center. Rocket Watts led the way with 21 points for the Spartans. Shawnee Brown was Michigan's top scorer with 13 points. MSU exacted revenge after a loss Thursday to the Wolverines and are now primed for an at-large bid to the NCAA tournament. Big Ten teams will turn their attention to the conference tourney, which begins Wednesday. Michigan State, the number 9 seed, will face Maryland, the number 8 seed, at 11:30 Thursday in Indianapolis. Michigan basketball will look to add a 2021 Big Ten tournament title to its regular season title. The Wolverines could wind up playing the Spartans again. Michigan plays the winner of MSU Maryland at 11:30 a.m. Friday.
For more stories from the Detroit Free Press, be sure to check out freep.com. That's FREEP.com. And if you're a fan and want to support our quality local journalism, subscribe. Go to freep.com/special offer. See you tomorrow.